ESG, extreme shortages guaranteed. Guaranteed. The fact the financial industry has fallen for this hook, line, and sinker, it tells you all you need to know. Financial industry doesn't do anything unless there's profits to be had. They don't care about the world. They care about the bottom line, the profits. Freaking ticks me off. All right, let's read this from What's Up With That by CFAC a few weeks ago. This is, about a month or so ago. I've had it up. All right. This is my man, Ron Stein. The environmental, social, and governance ESG factors climbing up the agenda in the banking industry to divest in fossil fuels is a desire to reach a world like that in the 1800s. When the world was previously decarbonized. Back in the 1800s, we had no coal, no natural gas, and we had not discovered crude as something that could be manufactured into usable products. Life was hard, and most people never traveled between 120 to 200 miles from where they were born. Life expectancy was short. Today, there is a lost reality that the primary usage of crude oil is not for the generation of electricity, but is to manufacture derivatives and fuels, which are the ingredients of everything we consume. Energy realism requires that legislatures, policymakers, and media that demonstrate pervasive ignorance about crude oil usage understand the staggering scale of the decarbonization movements. The efforts to cease the use of oil would be the greatest threat to civilization, not climate change, and would result in billions in fatalities from diseases, malnutrition, and weather-related deaths. But the Net Zero Banking Alliance, developed with the support from the United Nations, now includes 7 of the largest, most influential banks in the U.S. Bank of America, Citi, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, allowing banks to collude to reshape economies so that they are in line with the preferences of banks and other financial institutions is a dangerous precedent. The American people never voted to give the banks this sort of power over our country. Yep, 100%, man. The oil products that reduced infant mortality, extended longevity to more than 80, and allowed the population to grow from 1 to 8 billion. Ding, ding, ding. And I hope you see why the globalists hate fossil fuels, because the world was able to populate from 1 to 8 billion, is now required to provide the food, medical, communications to maintain and grow that population. How can world leaders consciously support the demise of crude that would take us back to the 1800s when life was hard, dirty, and short? Today, with all the products made from oil, according to the UN, the global population of people over 100 is projected to grow from 500,000 to exceed 2 billion in 2050. We'll see about that. I don't know about that. But without replacing for those derivatives manufactured from crude, there will be gigantic reductions in living standards in the population as the world migrates back to the pre-1900 era. Yep. Net zero will be taking us back a time before 1900, when the world had not discovered the benefits of the 3 fossil fuels, demonstrably precipitating every more serious, unstable socioeconomic environmental change, with several advanced economies routinely experiencing blackouts and steeply escalating electricity prices that are leading to a class-based electricity poverty. 100%, man. Before the 1900s, we had none of the products used in the medical industry, nor none of the 6,000 products from oil and petro products. By ceasing oil production, fracking, the supply chain to refineries will be severed, and there will be no need for refineries, as they'll have no crude to supply. They'll have no crude supply to manufacture. Divesting is already impacting supply shortages of jet fuel, as reported by EIA, and less production, more demand have reduced U.S. jet fuel inventories, the lowest since 2014. As environmental, social, and governance divesting in fossil fuel progresses, the short memories of petrochemicals' golden goose contributions to society are leading to a world in an era of extreme shortages like we had in the 1800s. All right, so empty shelves everywhere. All right, so here's the issue. Oh, yeah, but I just want to point this out right here. Announcing the first ever climate change essay contest. What they want you to think: brownouts, no soil. What the data really tells you: CO2 is green, it's lush, it's expansive. The problem that we have is we have a group of people who hate humanity. They're run by Satanists, man. These are Satanists. They hate humanity. And then sadly, we have a bunch of financial goers along who say, okay, I'll do whatever I'm told to do. I'll do as long as I can make that sweet, sweet buck. It's satanic. These people hate humanity. How do we know? Because they'll say probably even on this, there's too many people. They said all the time, there's too many people. So I always say, well, okay, but yet you're still here. You're still here to write that there's too many people. Why are you not here? Why are your kids still here then? It doesn't make any sense. The hypocrisy of rich elitist globalists and the cabal of just freaking yes men who said, whatever, just give me the money, give me the money, give me the money is freaking legendary and it's evil. And it will lead to extreme shortages guaranteed, ESG, because the facts are that's what they want. They don't want you here. They're evil. That's why I focus so much on climate change, because climate change is the movement that's the epitome of the evilness that's taken over this world. It's ugly, it's evil, and it's got to be stopped. All right, we'll see you.